Alright, welcome to a replay of Napoleon Total War, but this time it is the North and South Hardcore mod. Um, got a 4v4 for you today. Uh, Gosh dang it, I can't remember the guys on the team. They don't tell me who they are. I'll leave it in the description of who they are. Right now I am leading over here now, the First Corps of the U.S. Army of the Potomac. So I have the Iron Brigade and such fourth units. Over here on the left, I don't remember who this is, but they are commanding the 6th Corps of the Army of the Potomac with George Meade as the general. Oh, excuse me. Just ate a sandwich. In the middle, we have the 11th Corps, known as the Polish and German Corps of the Army of the Potomac. I believe this is led by DeMar, and this is Rose Hunter over here. He is leading the 9th Corps of the Army of the Potomac. So this is a total well, whatever. It's a total redo of Napoleon Total War, and it is the American Civil War. It is pretty sweet. Love it. This is the hardcore version of it. This is not the normal version, and we are actually playing on the beta version of it right now. Kind of a small little community, but it still rocks and rolls. So forth, we'll look at the First Corps of myself. We got the 149th Pennsylvania. They look good, and they're blue. We got the 11th Pennsylvania, 56th Pennsylvania, 16th Maine, 12th Massachusetts, and the 80th New York. And what's cool, if you look at the little thing that pops up, it'll even tell you what brigade they belong to, as well as the colonel who led each regiment. So that's pretty dope. And we've got 4 skirmishing units, and I have John F. Reynolds, the man, the myth, the legend. Look at that. There he is. Showed up as a hero at Gettysburg, and spoiler alert, he dies at Gettysburg. And over here we have the magnificent Iron Brigade, except for the 84th New York. I believe they're part of the original Iron Brigade, but we have the Iron Brigade of the West here. We have the 24th Michigan of the Meredith's Brigade. Look at the flag, and they are cool, hardy caps. So dope. And we got the 7th Wisconsin, 6th Wisconsin, 2nd Wisconsin, and the 19th Indiana. So we're carrying pretty much all of the Iron Brigade. And I've got some 12-pounder Napoleons and some 3-inchers. And Napoleons are over here. So we'll go check out the 6th Corps. Look at these guys. 5th Maine, 5th Vermont. They have a lot of Vermont, New Jersey boys hanging out with the 6th Corps. Now, in this game, I'm not very as fluent with the corps and who they are and everything as I am with Napoleon, even though I should be, since this is the American Civil War. And over here, we do have McIntosh's Brigade. We have the 5th New York Cav. And as I said, Meade is leading it, and he's got 6-inchers, or 3-incher gun battery, and a Napoleon gun battery as well. And over here, with the 11th Corps under DeMar, we'll have the 33rd Massachusetts under Smith's, pretty big unit of 241 guys. We'll have Coster's Brigade, 27th Pennsylvania, and Coster over here has from his brigade, Coster's Brigade, and in the middle we have Schimmelfindig with the 74th Pennsylvania. This corps was known as the Polish and German Corps because it was made up of a lot of Polish and German immigrants. As you can say, Schimmelfindig Brigade was led by a German immigrant and was made up of a lot of German immigrants. So they're pretty cool. And then we have the Kurzanowski Brigade, and as you could think of that name, that is a Polish name, or a Polish sounding name. So therefore you have a Polish brigade, just about. And then we've got some artillery over here, got some 3-inchers, and over here, got some more Kurzanowski Brigade. And over here, we've got the Devon Brigade, which belongs to the 11th, and it is a really good cav unit, really good. The 9th New York, really great. Really great, perfect. And then on the furthest right of our flank, we've got Hunter with the Ninth Corps. Don't really know anything about that, but we got some Zouaves here, just like I've got some Zouaves with the, or uniform Zouaves with the 84th New York. He has the 9th New York. I think this is a elite unit. They look good. And we've got some 35th Massachusetts, 2 of those units. And we've got 8th Michigan, 23rd Ohio, 11th Ohio, and 24th Ohio. So a bunch of Ohioans, some Pennsylvanians, and New Yorkers. So we're going to rock and roll. We're going to fast forward so we can see the Confederacy and see what their units. I think we've got, I know we got a McLaws, a Hood, and then an Anderson maybe? Okay, here we go. So we're going to go out. We've got Hood's division, Johnson's division, and Anderson's division, along with McLaws. So these are all Army of Northern Virginia armies or divisions of 1863. So these are kind of like the Vicksburg. I mean, not Vicksburg. Well, Vicksburg was around the same time period as Gettysburg. So these are pretty much up till Gettysburg. So in this mod, it's pretty sweet. Cavalry is not as a big influence as it is in Napoleon III, which is kind of okay. It's more of an infantry-focused kind of game. Artillery is a huge factor because artillery has explosive shot. Skirmishers are super fast. It's kind of funny. And generals are, less people are likely to shoot your general in this mod, mainly because their people are a little bit more sportier and not so douchey about shooting generals. So I'm actually using Reynolds as a scout to see what we can get on the Confederacy. And as I do more replays, I'll figure out more stuff to say about this mod, but it's kind of cool. The numbers in this mod are pretty big. Each regiment, I think, is 2 times underneath, or half of what it was in real life. So 159 guys in this brigade at the point in time that this game was made for it. These guys had whatever 159 times 2. That was their actual brigade, or I mean regiment. Same with all these units. So we are pushing forward. We're just seeing what we can see. Oh, and in this mod, you can scout a lot further and see a lot further than you can in Napoleon. So we've actually already seen some sharpshooters, some 1st North Carolina. We've got some Charleston Napoleon guns coming up. We've got some McLaws units from the 1st Division. These are Cobb's Legion. They have shotguns or buck and ball guns at 100 range, so they're pretty effective. And this is Hydropox with McLaws, and I know that Hood's division is being led by Wolf. And I don't know, I can't remember who, I think Garden is leading one of the flanking armies. I don't remember them all. Got a bunch of skirmishers coming up, and Hydra here has a very effective wall to hide his mortars, because the mortars shoot high arcing shots. They will shoot over this wall here, and they will not be exposed to artillery. Very smart, very sneaky, very effective. We've got some artillery, some 3-inchers moving in. They're going to try and go into these woods here. I actually already have my 3-inchers loaded up, and I see that Johnson's division is moving in some Napoleons up forward to try and get some quick shots, but I believe 6th Corps and 1st Corps is opening up shots onto these guns to try and get rid of them. It's pretty cool. I can't remember what map this is. Got my 4 skirmishers out running out. Got my Napoleon shooting in, and also my 3-inchers. My Iron Brigade, I'm trying to keep hidden a little bit out of the, don't really want them to know where the Iron Brigade is at the moment, but moving up a forward contingent with 11th Corps. More of Johnson's division is being seen here. We are taking shots at the Napoleons there. But here is Johnson's division. Here are the butternut and gray of the Confederacy. They're a ragtag bunch of fools. 10th Virginia, 23rd Virginia. This is, let's see, I think this army has the Stonewall Brigade, but obviously at this point in time it is not being led by Stonewall because is after Chancellorsville, and he's already been wounded. So at the moment we have McClaw's division has moved up several Napoleons of 1 gun each, and also skirmishers moving up along with some more skirmishers. So we've got and a sharpshooter under 3rd Georgia while against my 4. Let's see. Ooh, we are still putting a whooping on this Napoleon gun. We are taking advantage of it, and it has a lot of shells coming at it. So we've knocked it down to 8 of 18. I don't know. The rallying in this game works a little bit different. These guys could come back, actually. I don't know if it's you could or it could not. These guys are pretty cool right here. These are the Virginia Military Institute Cadet Corps. It's pretty dope. Walker's Brigade is somewhere over here. I know they are. But that is the Stonewall Brigade, and it is being led by Walker. Anderson's division's got some Lang Brigade. Over here, some 5th Floridians in skirmish mode, taking some pot shots at my boys. And, ooh, man, I am getting hit by artillery already. But we are slowly moving up. And over here on the right, we do see some of Anderson's guns of 3-inchers, 12-pounders, howitzers. But Hunter is moving slowly up with the 9th Corps. DeMar is moving up with the 11th Corps. And myself moving up with the 1st Corps. Here is Hood's division, I believe. Yes. And some of my skirmishers have already broken off. But they should come back. I think 18 of 21 should. So here we go. Here's Hood's division with his mighty Texans somewhere in the forefront. Got some 15th Georgia, 17th, 9th Georgia, bunch of Georgians, Anderson's division or brigade, Georgian. Here's 5th Texas. These are some astute young men right here, and 4th Texas and the 1st Texas. So Hood's division has entered the field. Over on the left here, before too much more action gets started, we have McClaw's division, personal favorite of mine because it has the Barksdale's Brigade, which is made up of Mississippians, which is my home state. So therefore, I'm a little biased to Barksdale. And right here, we have the 21st Mississippi, which is a part of that brigade, led by Colonel Benjamin G. Humphreys, who I believe after Gettysburg actually ended up commanding Barksdale's brigade, because, spoiler alert, Barksdale takes a hit at Gettysburg and he doesn't pull out. But 21st Mississippi was a very good unit for the brigade. They had 4 regiments, the 21st, 17th, 18th, and 13th Mississippi. And Hood's division is pushing up right here with a lot of Georgians. And we've got some Georgians here under the Hood's division, along with some South Carolinians under McClaw's. These boys are from Kershaw's brigade, which is another very good brigade. They also took place, they fought at the wheat fields at Gettysburg on the 2nd day. Wofford's brigade. We are seeing some of Anderson's division over here. We've got some Mahone brigade and 8th Alabama, 8th Florida, 2nd Florida, and 5th Florida. I believe all 3 of these have buck and ball. Now, buck and ball works just like it does in Napoleon. It is basically a bunch of rounds, so it's like a shotgun, and they have a shorter range, but at close range, they will put a hurting on you. My artillery is trying to get some pot shots here at the Georgians that are pushing up. We have routed off the sharpshooter unit, so that's good because they have a good range and they have better accuracy. So that's good. But at the moment, we're still closing in. There's Walker's brigade. So these guys right here, Walker's brigade, are actually Stonewall's old brigade, the 2nd Virginia and the 5th Virginia. So these guys are pretty elite units. A good match up for my Iron Brigade, which have ended up coming out of the tree line. 2nd Wisconsin, 19th Indiana, 84th New York. So my boys have shown up. We are forming the big lines. In this mod, line battles are pretty big deal. Pretty big deal. You stretch it out. The lines are a little more stretched out like they were in the vanilla Napoleon. They're not as close up as or boxy as the regiments are in Napoleon III. Um, so this is a pretty good little mod. So it's more like the original, but it's still very different. Obviously, it's the Civil War. Musket ranges are like a 170. They do have divisions and corps that are from like 1862, which have a lower range of like 135. So in open fields, they're not going to win out possibly versus units that have the old 170. So right here, Ninth Corps has a little astute position right here, pushing up. We still have the locales, and this one in Napoleon III, the locales are typically houses. In this one, it's just places in the map basically. So like this too is right here, and oh fudge, woo! All right, so I guess you could say it's like right pretty much this position right here. And so holding that position is pretty cool or pretty good for you. The one position is right here, and the two positions right here on the river. So this is kind of the big contest point. So they've got a 3, a 1, a 1, right here, 2. So we got 4, 6, 7, 10, 11 points on the field. Right now we have 6, and they have 5. So if we can hold this 2, we'll be really good shape. As you can see, the 6th Corps has started opening up. The boys are reloading. Look at the musket fire. Sounds good. Look at the horsey. He lost his boy. 6 Corps Cav ended up actually getting behind, but they are gone. So we are opening up the line fight. My line has opened up pretty big here. Hood's division has crossed over the river and are kind of hidden in this area, but this will be my main sector of attack on this hill. I do have some reserves pushing over some Iron Brigade to kind of get some side shots into the 5th Virginia. My artillery is still going at it. One of my artillery pieces, my 3-inchers, already have chevrons. My artillery will be a great asset to me in this game. Just great asset. So, speaking of all the corps here I don't really know a lot about 9th Corps. Haven't played them a lot. They're not really one of my corps I've really seen. I know they have some really good New York. I think the 9th New York is a really elite unit or a really good unit, and they have some really good units. But they can also get a lot of these artillery. They're pretty good for artillery. 11th Corps is supposed to be a really good shooting corps. They don't have any fantastic units. They've just got a really good, broad spectrum of units. 1st Corps is obviously a pretty good corps. It's a pretty easy corps to use because you have the Iron Brigade. The Iron Brigade was one of the, better, more elite brigades during the Civil War, so I'll be able to fight pretty effectively. The 6th Corps has really good morale, but really crap shooting, I think. I think that's kind of the way they go. Johnson's division here is really good for its Walker Brigade. Obviously, Stonewall's Brigade, so it's really good in that action. Hood's division is obviously famous for its Texans. It is a really good shooty division. The Texans have really good accuracy. A lot of the units in this division have really good accuracy. So it's a good match for the Iron Brigade and 1st Corps. McLaws is a relatively really good one. Kershaw is a good overall brigade to use. They're pretty good at shooting. Barksdale's brigade is really good on the charge. They have really good accuracy. They're more the top end of this brigade or this corps or division. So they're one of the more useful ones you want to use. And they have a lot of utilities. They're pretty average. You can use them in a lot of different ways. And over here with Anderson's division, I do know that they have pretty good shooting units, and I know the Floridians have buck and ball, so they're pretty good enforced at close range. So there you go. That's their kind of big thing. But opening up, Hood's division has opened up with a massive line of Georgians, and the 44th Alabamians under Law's Brigade are forming up in reserve along with the Texans. Now in this mod, they have added the aspect that skirmishers can actually be in front of your main line and won't get shot, unlike in Napoleon III, where you literally can hit people in the face. um, Something over here got a chevron. We're shooting some pretty good artillery pieces. So open it up. It's going pretty okay. Walker's Brigade over here kind of backed up with my 7th Wisconsin pushed up. 6th Corps has 4 units of reserve, and we are shooting it out. It looks right here that the 3-inchers are actually coming up, and I believe that we do decide to try and get rid of it. If you can get artillery control in this mod, it is really, really good. Artillery was a really super devastating thing in the Civil War. New technology, larger ranges, just insane. Explosive shot, shrapnel, a lot more than just a bunch of round shot that was in the Napoleonic Wars. But still, you could put grand batteries up and everything like that. So right now, my 16th Maine and 12th Massachusetts and 80th New York are duking it out. They, looks like the 20th Georgia has taken a beating. Looks like they've got 140 out of 175, and these two on the corners here. Looks like the 9th Georgia has taken a beating. I'm pulling back my skirmishers. They are tired. I want to kind of get them back, keep them alive. Looks like Cobb's Legion is coming over. They've taken some hits from artillery. And we have a concave line right here. If we can push that back, probably in pretty good shape. But right now we have a pretty solid front across the board. Looks like 11th Corps is pulling back to 26th Wisconsin and going to throw in the 134th New York in reserve. Hunter has a really good outreach right here. So I don't really know anybody has the 1-pointer, but Hunter has a pretty good position right here. If Anderson's division tries to come out, he can easily shoot it out in the open, and he's got several units here that can fight. But like I said, I believe the Floridians are over here, and they do have buck and ball. So 3 units of Floridians will actually take out these 4 units here. But he does have some reserves that are probably not seen. Yep, they're all hidden. The artillery is going at it. As you can see, federal artillery is quite devastating, as it was in real life. They had better artillery than the Confederacy. They had better made, better shells, a lot better anything. So Cobb's Legion is moving up, but they are taking a beating from the 24th Michigan. They've got to get really close in, but they look snazzy. I will say that. They look pretty dang snazzy. The line fight here is going pretty well. It looks like the 42nd Virginia did get broken off. I believe, is this the, yep, this is the 43rd New York. We have some reserves. But the artillery is pretty devastating. We did get a really good hit right there on the 3-inchers. 6 Corps artillery of 3-inchers are sitting in the back. And does he have any more? I do not think. But he did take a huge hit right there. Cobb's Legion is backing off. They did not want anything to do with me. My skirmishers right here are breaking it up. So as you can see right here, the Floridians have engaged, and you can see there was a little red over here, and they are going to start taking a beating. A lot of forces over here. Don't know if 9th Corps can hold off against the Floridians with their buck and ball at close range without buck and ball themselves, and they're backed up by the 3rd Georgia and 8th Alabama. Artillery is working out. As you see, Chevron over there, 3-inch rifle guns, having some devastating hit. The 1st New Hampshire Light Artillery Battery. I believe they were at Gettysburg actually as well. Maybe, I don't know. Part of the reserve, possibly. But the artillery is taking a toll. We'll come back to that scenario as well. Alright, here my skirmishers are doing really well. Sometimes skirmishers don't work out, sometimes they do. If you keep them in the fight long enough, they actually do pretty well. 84th New York did get moved up. These boys right here did get pushed back and to reserve. and we are rocking. We're actually doing some pretty decent little damage. The 820 of Georgia has taken a beating, and as you see, artillery is coming in. Don't have a huge front right now. Looks like Johnson's division is pushing in closer, trying to use their numbers on 6th Corps. As you can see, 6th Corps has some units across the river and units on the other side of the river. Probably the best course of action was to have tried to pull these guys back. Had these guys actually right here. What does this road look like? So it's just road, just flat, but it does have a depression. See, his guys are above that depression, and they're not actually in the woods, so they're actually getting hit by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, possible 5 units. And here we go. The 42nd Virginia is pushing in. What are they doing? They're just walking up gingerly. Come on, let's go. Oh, there we go. We got some shots in. What are they gonna do? They're going in for the charge with a rebel yell. How are we doing? Let's see. So we have our first melee contact, and it is not looking good for the Union. Well, we got the 74th New York. What are they going to do? Are they going to push in? Might as well charge. Do something. Uh-oh, we've got the 4th Virginia pushing up under Walker's Brigade. Stonewall Brigade does know how to give the boys the bayonet. As you can see, the 2nd New Jersey and 4th Vermont are starting to shoot in. I do have my 7th Wisconsin on the flank, hoping to try and help out a little bit with their really good accuracy. But do you see the 11th Pennsylvania, 6th Wisconsin, 56? I am doing an interchange right here, trying to get the boys, but I don't know what these guys are doing. Oh, open it up. I have brought up my Napoleons closer range. We've kind of taken a toll on their artillery, so I'm a little more not as apprehensive about bringing them up, and these Napoleons need to start getting some kills in, and they're not really doing as well as they should. As my 3-inchers right here are demolishing, as well as 11th Corps over here. As you see, 9th Corps has had to back out of the woods. John Anderson's division has pushed up, so it's not looking good on the far right. The Anderson's division is having a hard time in the open, though. This regiment right here has taken a beating of 122, 174 men down. But we do have a little good. We kind of have a salient here, sort of in a way. McLaws and Hood have a pretty good organization right here. Each has 2 units, and 2 of them are the 4th Texas and 5th Texas, which is really good. And the 8th South Carolina and Phillips Legion of Georgians. So okay, he backed them up a little bit. So we've kind of got 2 against 4 right here. That's not really looking good for us. Luckily, 11th Corps is pretty wide and has plenty of reserves, as well as myself. But the only thing is, though, I can actually put some shots into the 5th Texas over here too, from my 80th New York. Over on this side, looks like Johnson's division has pushed up and is now engaging the 6th Corps across the river. This is probably what he probably should have done the whole time. He kind of stretched his forces out, but he could actually overmatch these guys possibly. It's 2 against 3, and this unit is taking in against these guys, and it's 2 versus 1, so still not looking good. He is sending over some reserves. My Napoleons are getting into action, possibly shooting round shot or special shot. Let's see what we got. I think that is a solid shot. Yeah, shooting some solid shot, and there was a miss. Oh, maybe not. Or some blood, or is that the battle flag waving? I don't know. We do have some 134th New York. What's really cool about this mod is the fact that there's so many state stuff, I guess. You got 16th Maine, 8th Indiana. It's pretty cool. What's really kind of interesting about the American Civil War is you have units from your home states that fought, and it's kind of interesting that you can actually play with them in a way. That's why I like Barksdale, because he has the Mississippians. Claiborne's division has the 6th Mississippi, which actually recruited from my hometown and county. So it's kind of cool to see, but you play way off games where like Napoleon, that's in Europe, dude. I mean, maybe you had a ancestor years and years ago, but it's kind of interesting. It's kind of cool. It's kind of a neat kind of thing. But also, though, it has a stereotype with the Civil War that it's not really something that people really like or anything, or say that's not really good that you enjoy playing with your home state's units. But it's okay. Artillery is going at it. Looks like another infantry charge over here by the Johnson's division. Looks like those guys, though, are looking like they are breaking. They're losing the melee a little bit. What about this one over here? No, she's winning. No, they're winning. Meade is turned over here with his defensive skills. We got a rear charge coming in, so maybe we can get some help here. Maybe we can. These guys are looking like they're pushing up, but 6th Corps does have some units also pushing up. I am trying to make an offensive over here, trying to make a big push. Got 2 units of the Iron Brigade, 24th Michigan, and 6th Wisconsin, along with the 149th Pennsylvania. Trying to push up and trying to be a hammer, kind of just push through, be pretty aggressive at the moment. I did pull back the 2nd Wisconsin and 11th Pennsylvania on this road because at the moment I was like, getting thin here, so I was going to use this road to move back and forth reserves, but seeing an opportunity, I'm just going to try and bludgeon myself through. Obviously right here we're having some difficulty getting these guys aligned. Skirmishers are getting 2 chevrons, and we've got some 84th New York. No, don't shoot my guys in the back, no. Well, they're reloading. Will they shoot? I don't know. Sometimes it's kind of annoying with Terrifier at will or not. It looks like the 2nd Carolina and 15th South Carolina are pushing up of Kershaw's brigade. 8th Mississippi is in the fight, along with 53rd Georgia. We are putting some wrecks on them. Looks like Bell Hood has been routed. There may have been accidental artillery fire on him, possibly. As you can see, we're pushing up. Added another Iron Brigade regiment, along with the 11th Pennsylvania. So we're going to start trying to bludgeon our way through, make a break for it. As the left flank is looking very tenuous. The 42nd Virginia has 3 chevrons. They are rocking and rolling at this moment. Lost almost half of their regiment, but they are still going at it. As you see on the right, Anderson's division has not really pushed through the trees. They're still kind of ways off against 9th Corps. But the 11th Corps is still duking it out, taking some pretty good shots. Wow. The 16th Georgia has taken a pretty good beating. Other than that, looks like the 18th Mississippi is taking a pretty decent beating. They're okay there. 21st Mississippi has taken, about 50, 60 casualties. So we got, 8th South Carolina took a beating too. But we have a general push up from McLaw's division. We do have some artillery going in on the 17th Georgia. See, move these guys up. Boom! 2 chevrons. I think I just want to shoot some special shot. Some skirmishers are going to move in right here, try and get some pot shots in. Some reserves are moving over, possibly to head over to the left flank, where we're not looking too hot. At this point now, it's if we can try and break the center, maybe we can bust through and get through them, and then we can 11th Corps can crush 3rd, and possibly I can move back on to help 6th Corps if he can live and survive this long. So at this point, it's time to make a big push. Moving up a lot of my regiments. Majority are of the Iron Brigade. So we're going to try and push up and bludgeon ourselves upon them, and just with superior firepower, try and push, waste some of the reserves if we can. be a little aggressive. My 7th Wisconsin, which I've been using over here as support, I'm going to try and bring them in as a reserve as well. Over here, my 3-incher has 6 chevrons. It is just nailing guys right now. As you can see, switching out some guys. Some guys were pretty tired. Some winded boys. So going to try and pull in some fresh guys, get some more accuracy up. These skirmishers have 4 chevrons. Doing great. As you can see, we are starting to hurt Hood's division on his right. Looks like 9th Corps is trying to take some pot shots into McClaw's left flank. And it looks like Anderson is moving up here. Okay, moving out in the open. Doing some leapfrogging possibly with a 2nd Florida and 16th Virginia. They should get decimated out in the open, but it's interesting to see what we've got. Oof, a lot of guys. Man, this is a big assault coming out of the woods now. All right, boys, send the ramrod in. But also, 9th Corps does have a pretty big flank. If they can take down the 61st Virginia, then the left flank of all these guys is exposed. But if the Floridians can get in range with their bucking ball, it won't matter. It really won't matter. These guys got to start shooting. Got to start pummeling these guys. See what we can get. We have some breakage over here with the 9th of Georgia looking a little red line. 11th Corps is sending some units over using the road. This is kind of cool. It's kind of like a little tactical railway, kind of moving some units through and stuff. Taking advantage of the 9th for Georgia moving out. Looks like the 1st Texas is going to come over. I'm going to push up, get a little closer, see if I can't do some more damage. The 17th Georgia is taking a beating from both artillery pieces right now. I kept trying to just really concentrate fire on one regiment, try to break them. Here we go. See, this is what's happening right here. Bucking Ball has entered the fray. Already 2 units breaking. Not looking good. Not looking good at all. Oh, sorry. Got some stuff in my eyes. 8th Florida in reserve. So right now we are bending back really heavily. Just right now, the reserves and the amount of troops in the center is pretty great. It's taking too long for us to actually try and break them. That's what I believe 9th Corps was hoping for, was a strategic break or tactical break in the middle, but at a severe cost of lives. We are trying our best. 4th Texas has been routed, which is pretty good. It's a good unit to get off the battlefield. McClaw's Corps or division is trying to reorganize and put more men on the line. 9th Corps has been forced back right now. The close range engagement is not doing them justice. But we are trying. The Iron Brigade is pushing forward, but we have an issue here. Some Walker Brigade and Stewart Brigade under Johnson is coming over, and we're going to have to try and arrange ourselves to fight that off. 7th Wisconsin and 24th Michigan, along with 11th Pennsylvania, is going to redirect themselves to try and quickly knock these out. Pulling those 2 off of the line, though, has left only 3 here. But I am pushing up. There has been a break with 5th Texas, along with 17th Georgia, so Hood's division is having to realign a lot of forces. So I have pushed up from this position forward, kind of trying to get a good flank on them at the moment. 6th Corps has done well in realigning. We are doing our best to hold on and trying to push through and get some pressure off of the right as best we can. But as you can see, the enemy does have a lot of forces. The Confederate units have a little bit more better accuracy, than a lot of the Union units, but the Union units do have men, and Union does have cheaper units overall, so therefore can put a little bit more on the field. But at the moment, a just massive charge right now. This is not being stopped right now. This is devastating. The right is being pushed back. A good play on 3rd Corps under Anderson. Maybe if they can stop them right here and hold them off. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? We have a bayonet charge by the 50th Pennsylvania. Going against the 12th Virginia, but they have reserves though. That's the only thing. The only thing. Having some big breaks under Hood. Yep, we have a charge under 50th Pennsylvania, and the 12th Virginia does a counter charge. 50th Pennsylvania does redline. Oh, come on. So that is the center of 9th Corps, but 6th Virginia did get broken. 2nd Florida and 5th Florida, though, are moving in to fill this gap of these two. The 12th Virginia did get broke, but we're going to have to fall back with 9th Corps some more. 11th Corps is starting to run out of troops. Again, moving skirmishers back. Doing pretty well with my skirmishers this game. These guys have 4 chevrons, and these guys have 4, and these have 1. So they're doing pretty good. Over here, that's, what, 7 chevrons for the 3-inchers? They are doing work. I did get 6th Corps to kind of help push up his line to kind of deal with these guys, help me deal with these guys, and I was able to pull off the 11th Pennsylvania, which was duking it out and not doing well. My Napoleons are starting to shoot over here to try and break these guys a little bit quicker. So hopefully we can get these guys off my flank and I can feel a little more comfortable pushing up. But at the moment I have a pretty good advance going. Hood's division is in a lot of tatters. Look at this, 20th Georgia, 68 of 175. They are taking a beating. A lot of these units are down to 50%. We have a little salient right here where we can actually focus fire the 53rd Georgia, possibly with a few units. I believe I tried to get 11th Corps to also do the same. Sorry. I had to send a text, you know. Just real life, just real life. So at the moment, we did break off the Walker Brigade. Hopefully they will not come back. 24th Michigan is now trying to focus down 2nd Maryland. At the moment, 24th Michigan is doing its best. We are making a gallant push, though. As you see, 9th Corps is doing a really good job of just every time just redrawing the line. You know, if we could just keep redrawing the line, some of its units are coming back. You know, if we could just hold off, we're pushing pretty well in the center. McClaw's division is losing numbers. You know, they're losing a lot of guys. 92 of 203. Still in the fight though. Confederacy's got some high morale. Trying to get the 24th Michigan to kind of quickly break these guys. Ooh, some artillery fire is coming in though. Uh-oh. Hood's division. Charleston, German, South Carolina, and Palmetto, South Carolina. 12-pound Napoleon battery is coming in to do some damage. Probably try and break this flank over here. 2nd Maryland, though, is redlining, which is good. 6th Corps is pushing up its artillery. Now, at some point here, the 6th Corps player did drop. He did have a disconnection issue and did drop. And that may be why the artillery's moved up. I don't know. At some point, you'll see why I'm saying that, because it's not really that good. Artillery is coming in. I'm going to have to start focusing on this, because I don't want this artillery to set up on the flank. As you can see, though, we've got some... Uh-oh. Looks like a bullet hit Reynolds, or something got Reynolds. So I've lost my general. But right now, 9th Corps does have a pretty decent hold on some woods. But now at the moment, Anderson's division is coming upon the right flank of 11th Corps, and this poor 27th Pennsylvania is actually taking hits from two flanks now, taking from the front and the side. 9th New York is doing its best to try and take some pressure off and try to take out the 41st Virginia. Finally, the 2nd Maryland was broken off. Took a little while, but it looks like Johnson's division is backing off, which is good. It relieves me some pressure. Artillery is going in on the Napoleons on this flank. Hopefully we can get some good shots. And right here maybe where the AI kind of takes over because everybody's moving at one time. You know, it's kind of interesting. It doesn't look like a actual person doing that. But as we say, 27th Pennsylvania taking hits from all sides is finally going to break. Man, these artillery for 11th Corps are duking it out. They're the same as my 3-inchers as well. A lot of kills. We did actually. Did we get one of the guns? Well, we got the horses off the guns. But you can see they have good sight on my 24th Michigan, I believe. Yep, they have a good flanking shot. So probably gonna actually start pouring in some canister. But there we go. Got a decent hit. Kind of almost redlined it there. Got 16 of 18 guys still left. 6th Corps is trying to maneuver, and here, see, this is why. There goes the charge of the 1st Rhode Island. Forward! Forward! I think they're in canister range, but it's okay. And a bayonet charge. We'll end them. But again, I have full on 5 units duking it out. Is this the full Iron Brigade? No. 3 of the 5 I think I got. I think the other part of the Iron. There's 19th Indiana. 19th Indiana. And was that with Wisconsin right there? One of my skirmishers does break though. Do end up breaking the 7th Georgia, which is great. They don't think they'll come back. 69 of 189. Did break the artillery off my flank. It's good stuff too. Just telling you, it's good stuff. Stuff is looking up. Hood's division does bring in another one piece of arty over here. A 3-incher, I believe. Is this 3-incher? No, it is a model 1841. Looks a little different. Why didn't I notice that? I'm a dummy. With William Barksdale right behind, dude. Where's his white hair? The white plume of Navarre. 9th Corps is holding though. Finally, we are holding the line on this area, but 11th Corps is getting super thin. So this is not looking too good for us, but we are breaking off a lot of units. 8th South Carolina did get broken. But this 1841 battery of 1 gun is going to be an issue. You see most units have some chevrons over here, but the mass amount of firepower, I'm starting to try and focus a lot of these units here. Starting to focus the 48th Alabama, try and get rid of it. You know, just keep focus and fire here. We can keep knocking out some units. We may can get some more routes. Looks like my skirmishers are about to break. Try to get an overall perspective. Yep, they broke. So we've got a good handle on the right finally. Doing some realignment due to the push out of Anderson's division here. Artillery is duking it out. At this point here, though, Johnson's division is coming around on the furthest left of our flank, and the AI is doing some stuff. I don't know what he's doing. But 11th Corps does have some reserves over here. But I am continuing to push up. Man, I did not notice that. Oh, gosh. That was a miss, though. But, there we go. Got some artillery. Man, 24th New York, Michigan took a beating that I did not know about. But trying to get in the face of Hood's division, try and push them off, relieves the pressure. But honestly, 9th Corps still has a pretty decent amount of troops. 11th Corps, though, is pretty thin, but McClaw's Corps, or division, is pretty thin, too. It's pretty thin. 6th Wisconsin, don't you break Iron Brigade. I swear, but they are pretty low. 57 to 172, they have taken a beating. There they go. Yeah, weak-willed men. I swear. But we do have Andrew Johnson's division coming up on the flank. Is not looking very tenuous. It's I'm pretty apprehensive of our dealings on the left flank, unless the center can be broken at hoods, and hopefully 11th Corps can finish off this little salient right here. I'm trying to get rid of these guns. I don't like this one gun sitting here. It's gonna do some damage. I don't know where it's shooting. I guess it's shooting right here. Oh gosh, it's shooting canister. Let's see. Load it up, load it up, load it up, load it up. What's it doing? Ooh, that guy died. But you see, breaking off more of Hood's division, and I'm getting more and more aggressive. But the further I go up, the further I have to go back to fight Johnson's division. So, I don't know. It's kind of interesting point here. Looks like we've got, well, what 9th Corps has called out Anderson's division out in the open at the moment. So that's good. He's got the cover of the trees a little bit more. But he still has Floridians, I think, right here. They're still kicking some booty. But he does have some flanking fire coming from right here. 16th Virginia is looking a little weaker. Let's see here. He could possibly put some superior firepower on him. Possibly. If this unit doesn't retreat, hopefully it won't. Come on, break, break, you fools. There's some good shots right there. That was a good volley. Point blank range. Okay, we got some red line there from the 14th Alabama, but hey, Florida has been pushed up, and the 5th Florida has been pushed up. He cannot break off those guys. At the moment, and here goes Hood. At this moment, I believe Hood does a all-out general retreat. So does McClaw's division, but 11th Corps is pretty much gone now, other than 3 units here and some reserves that were over here being sent over, and my 19th Indiana does break. But at this point, does it really matter? 6th Corps is way behind me. If 6th Corps gets beat, I push up, and I have to be forced back, then I'll be fighting on 2 fronts. So at the moment, it's not looking good. 9th Corps over here is losing out as well. So we're not looking too hot. But all we could do is hope and pray the unit can hold. So I am bringing back. My idea here was, since Hood's going all the way back there, and along with McClaws, maybe I can bring back most of my forces and defeat Johnson's division over here. Maybe, just maybe I could. And then that's a whole army in my rear gone, and then I'll switch around and try and fight Hood's division all over again as best I can with what I have left. So we're going to fast forward just a little bit. This is a long game. Anderson's division is doing some more flanking on to 9th Corps. These poor 35th Massachusetts are poor guys. Dadgummit. They were getting just 14th Alabama, 9th Alabama, 22nd Georgia, just really busting them up. But we've got a good strong flank from 9th Corps here. Maybe we can get something going. Maybe so. Got some reserves popping back in. Artillery is still duking it out. Man, a lot of these regiments over here for Johnson's division are pretty chevroned up. Not gonna lie, but they have taken a beating. I'm gonna use the road and bring a lot of my guys over as quickly as possible. 19th Indiana with their hardy cap, some 12th Massachusetts, 80th New York, 84th New York. Is that the 80th New York? Did I say I'm wrong? Oh, it's 80th New York. And along with the 84th New York 14th Militia. 11th Corps is coming to the rescue of 9th Corps' left flank. Hopefully they can realign here and cause some damage. But it looks like here 8th Alabama is actually taking a beating. They are taking some shots from the 11th Ohio, 89th New York, and the 23rd Ohio. And they are going to redline them. Hopefully, any time moment they'll break them, and maybe they can swing some more units around. As you see here, though, Hood's division is coming back. 6 Corps, the bot just decided that it was a great idea to just kind of send his units over here. You know, it's not good. It's not a bad idea since I sent my units over here. I've got my Napoleons shooting a canister shot into the face of 48th Virginia here. And going to try and get them into the 42nd Virginia as well. But I mean, this artillery right here has some, they can actually take some really good shots now into these units. Did they not break? Jeez. No. After all that fire, the 8th Alabama did not break. Man alive. Wilcox Brigade. You see Hood's division is approaching after I have switched. So it's not good. It's not good. But trying to load up the Napoleons. I'm pretty sure these guys got in the way and they took a beating from the Napoleons. 6 Corps. I was getting in the way. Really align these guys. And they're just going to walk straight in front of them. With Hood's division approaching and a flanking from Johnson's division. Going to have to try and realign. I love this right here. I love it. Superior tactician. Good job, bot. I already know who they're shooting at. Either that guy or this guy. Very little do I know. But obviously they are taking a beating. Canister shot is going in. Did break off the 4th Virginia. You see here, 9th Alabama is exposed to itself. Are we shooting canister now? Are we shooting some canister? Maybe so. Get some canister action. Let's see. Yeah, we get a full retreat. Getting some canister. Can we see some canister action? No, still shooting like special shot. That's okay. That's okay. At this point in time, we're running on 7 minutes. Trying to get my boys to keep shooting. But they are below the hill, so I don't really know how effective my canister shot is at this point. Hood's division is approaching fast. Am shooting into them. 3-inchers are still into some damage. Push them up. Try and alleviate some pressure from the line. Thinking, is that canister? There it is. There was some canister. I think we got some headshots there. Think about that. You know, you're just sitting over here and just canister gets shot over this hill, and your head's just poked over just a little bit, and you just watch all your guys just get blown to bits by a canister. That would be pretty devastating, but I don't really know how that's going to work because they're kind of really below the hill. 6 Corps is acting as a speed bumper for Hood's division. I don't even know how that guy's getting even redline. Those guys aren't even shooting at him. Oh no! A unit has used all its ammunition. That would be the 84th New York. And they're red pants. Alright. I do notice that the 4th Virginia under Walker's Brigade is coming over to the left. So what better way to use some bayonet and to try and engage these guys. And I don't have Reynolds, so morale's going to be pretty low for me. Canister shot is doing work right here from this Napoleon battery. Breaking them down some more. These skirmishers are some heroes. Only skirmisher is still in the fight, for me at least. I think really for the whole fight. These are the only skirmishers still around. 11th Corps is being beat back by what is left of McClaw's division. This ended up actually being a really great game. But we're holding on for still life. There is still hope. We've got the 84th New York pushing in, going against the 4th Virginia. Automatic chevron for Johnson's division there. That's not that good of a look. It looks like 84th New York duking it out. Let's see what we're going to do. They break. It's great. Perfect. But 19th Indiana of the Iron Brigade, what can they do? Can they do better? Hopefully they can. I don't even know if they have any ammo. I don't know what the fuck they're doing right now. But yeah, they're just kind of high-fiving everybody. Looks like they're backing up. What the heck am I doing? Randomly, these guys are like, oh no. But they are moving in closer. The Virginia Military Institute of Cadets are holding firm. 9th Corps is being flanked now by McLaws. We've got the 7th North Carolina and South Carolina and 16th Georgia. The Mississippians still in the fight? No, they're not. That is sad. That's kind of sad. That makes me sad. I don't even know where they are. I don't even know. Oh, well, they got some chevrons though. A unit has used up all its ammunition, so it is ready for the fight. Have broken off a lot of the center units here, so canister will most likely be used to try and stop 25th Virginia and the 4th Virginia over here. Realigning my troops to get a better shot in. 23rd Virginia and the 10th Virginia were routed, so that's some good stuff right there. Artillery fire is still going in from all the guns. Canister shot is just, I mean, I wouldn't even want to get shot by a bunch of BBs the size of golf balls ripping through your body at max velocity. See if we can't get any more. All right, we got a chevron up from the 56th for Pennsylvania. Uh-oh, there's another unit in the main line. That's no good. It's no good, but I'm hopefully at this point, so is his division run out of ammo, which kind of looks like it a little bit, because he keeps coming. He's not really stopping to shoot the 98th. So we're just going to keep shooting. We're going to keep shooting. The Napoleon battery has loaded up with 6 chevrons. Ooh, we got a ton over here, ton over here. So right now, Anderson's division has been corralled into this area by 9th Corps, but McLaws is obviously coming on the flank of 9th Corps. But the artillery looks like it's really doing some damage on 1st Corps in that position there. It's time to get the guns routed over here. I don't really know how they don't shoot each other, but you know, it's whatever. You know, it's a video game. You know, you got to give it a little bit sometimes. Here we go. We're gonna have some devastating hits. Oof, 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 ooh. Canister shot, dude, just rough. Oof, broke them. I did charge 16th. They did chevron up, and they did kind of act as a speed bumper again. I'm going to back up my guys and try and get a good canister shot into the 48th Alabama here as well. And not hit my own guys, but it looks like I probably still will hit my own guys. Here they come, here they come. And they broke. Okay, okay, I got you. I got you. There we go. 11th Pennsylvania's broke, but the 2nd Wisconsin Iron Brigade is going in. This is for all the marbles. This will. Oh shit! Oh, excuse me. That blew through my line. Dang. Iron Brigade's holds though, but we still have a couple units of Johnson's division still on the outskirts. Looks like a last-minute charge from the Iron, from Hood's division is also coming in, but they're going to get shot from the 7th Wisconsin, and they're going to charge it to the 24th Wisconsin, which is probably the worst one to charge into. But, you know, we've got 30 seconds left. This is just for guts and glory right here. But, all right, we broke them, broke them. All right, broke them. 59th Georgia. What you gonna do? You gonna stay in the field and break? But we're nearing 20 seconds. So this is all she wrote. Good victory for the Confederacy. Good job. It was a really fun game. I enjoy the Iron Brigade. Yeah, First Corps is probably one of my favorites for the Federals at the moment. Fifth Corps is another one that I enjoy. For the Confederacy, McClaw's division, Claiborne is one of my favorite ones, and play with Hoods like once. But they're pretty enjoyable. I enjoy all those. But it was a really fun game. Good game to everybody on the Discord that played in this game, and the game is over. So here's the breakdown of the kills and who all played. Hunter used the 9th Corps, did really well. I played with the 1st Corps, did pretty well. DeMar led the 11th Corps, did pretty well. And Hood led the 6th Corps, did alright, but he ended up dropping. And then Hunter Killer with believe he was Anderson. Think so. Garden Variety used 2nd Corps, which was Johnson's. 1st Corps Hunter was McClaw's, and Wolf led the Hoods division. And everybody did a really good job. Great game. Looking at the kills, man, they only got 53 kills. But, you know, the smaller the unit, the more likely it is to get chevrons and stuff. So that's why they kind of have only 53 kills. But they did all right. 149th Pennsylvania, the Bucktails, 124 kills. They did okay. 155th, 1st Pennsylvania, they did all right. 16th, oh, they did pretty well. 2 chevrons. 24th Michigan, 280 kills. They did really well. My 3-inchers with 331 kills. My Napoleons with 205. Devastating. 7th Wisconsin did pretty well. 84th New York. Yeah, so those are the logistics of the fight there. Artillery did a insane job. Just saying, a insane job. But pretty fun game. Good game to everybody. I'm glad I finally got to do a recording of ACW. Hope you've enjoyed it. And if you like it, you know, please leave a like. If you don't, tell me why you don't like it. You know, instead of just not like it. I don't ever know if something's not good if you don't ever tell me it's not good. But alright, to each his own. Thanks for watching, and please leave a like and a comment. And thanks.